Okay, picture this. October 1st, 2025. Actress Nina Dobrev, she's LAX, right? Suddenly, a TMZ camera crew corners her.
Right, the classic ambush setup.
Exactly. But she's grinning, she's laughing, totally casual. And in this, super brief chat, she just, poof, ends weeks of these intense dating rumors linking her to Zac Efron.
With basically one word, if I remember correctly.
Pretty much. But here's the kicker, the really wild part for you listening. That little chuckle, that seemingly random airport moment, not random at all.
Far from it.
It was the final move, calculated, the endgame in this really sophisticated play to control her public image. Welcome to Starscope Report. We're the show that breaks down all the Hollywood drama, the music industry chaos, influencer scandals, you name it.
We dive into the stories behind the headlines. Think of it like dissecting a campaign strategy.
And today, that's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're deconstructing this whole Nina Dobrev, Zac Efron rumor cycle, piece by piece.
Yeah, to expose the playbook, the PR blueprint they use now to manage how we see celebrities, especially in, the digital age. We've been looking at this really detailed report, basically treating this whole episode as a case study in strategic image management.
So what's the mission here for the listener?
Okay, so the goal is to show you how they create that ambiguity, that are they or aren't they vibe, why sometimes they let a rumor just run wild for a bit.
Right.
And then, critically, how they choose the perfect moment to step in and seize control of the narrative. They didn't just react to this, they actively used it.
Okay, so to understand the strategy, we need to go back to the beginning.
Yeah.
The crisis that kind of created the space for this whole rumor to even exist.
Absolutely. You need that vacuum first. And that starts on September 11th, 2025. That's when the news officially breaks. Nina Dobrev and Shaun White, her fiancé.
5 years together, right?
5 years, yeah. Engaged. It's confirmed publicly they've split. That's the starting gun.
And there was that little hint just days before, wasn't there? At the Toronto Film Festival, September 7th, no engagement ring.
Classic move. That's the signal flare to the industry, basically saying, get ready, the story's coming.
So the split happens, and immediately you see this subtle, almost hidden PR battle start.
Fought entirely through anonymous insider quotes. And what's really telling is you get 3 different stories, 3 conflicting narratives hitting the press almost at the same time.
Okay, walk us through them.
First, you get the standard, super neutral PR line. You know the one, it was a mutual decision, love and deep respect, blah, blah, blah. Minimize the damage.
The boilerplate breakup statement. Got it.
Then, almost instantly, comes angle number 2, which is more sympathetic towards Dobrev. Sources start saying, well, she wanted a family, wanted to get married, and he didn't.
Positioning her as ready for the next chapter, making the audience feel for her. Smart?
Very smart. But then, because it's PR warfare, angle number 3 pops up. A defensive quote, likely from Whiteside, saying, hang on, the desire for marriage and kids wasn't just one-sided.
Wow. So 3 different insider takes swirling around within, 48 hours.
Exactly. And that initial confusion, that wasn't chaos, that was crucial. It shows Dobrev's team was already thinking strategically right from the start.
They weren't just reacting, they were shaping.
Precisely. They contained the breakup narrative, which then allowed them to pivot and start subtly managing the next story. The arguably more positive rebound rumor.
Which brings us neatly to phase 2, lighting the spark.
Yeah.
Breakup contained, check. Now what?
Now you need a new focus. So just days after the split news, maybe around September 18th, suddenly Dobrev is seen on this amazing European vacation, Italy, south of France. Looks like she's having a great time on a yacht.
Okay, but wasn't she with a bunch of people?
That's the key thing. This wasn't some secret getaway. It was a huge group, a proper A-list entourage. You had Miles Teller and his wife Kelly, Chase Crawford, and yes, Zac Efron was there too.
And Kelly Teller even posted group shots on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
So the context was clearly platonic, friendly.
Oh, totally. It was all out there, group hangs.
So if the evidence, the photos, showed a big group, how did the media, the celeb gossip machine, spin it into a romance?
It's all about the framing. It's deliberate. They take those group pictures.
Crop them.
Exactly. They crop them, isolating just Dobrev and Efron. Then they layer on this really suggestive, subjective language. It's a specific technique.
Like what kind of language?
Oh, they were described as looking cozy, engaging in light, flirtatious conversation, sharing playful, flirtatious banter.
Flirtatious banter. I mean, what does that even mean when it's reported by some anonymous source who probably wasn't even there?
Right. It's vague enough that you can't disprove it. It gives the media maximum room to, speculate. Because let's be honest.
Nobody's clicking on friends hang out on boat.
Precisely. Newly single star leaning on friends. Boring. Limited shelf life. But Hollywood's hottest bachelor helping a heartbroken actress move on.
That sells magazines. That gets clicks. It's a marketable narrative.
They weren't just reporting a potential romance, they were actively creating the possibility of one for commercial gain.
Okay, so the rumor takes off, and it gets really amplified over the next couple of weeks. Why?
Yes.
Because of another PR battle, right?
Yeah. This is phase 3, deploying the counter-narrative, but first you see the rumor fuel get really messy. Two conflicting types of stories again.
So on one side.
On one side, you've got the tabloids like Star Magazine just going full throttle. This is the sensationalist stuff.
Yeah.
Framing the trip as a rebound fling.
Right.
Saying things like, having Hollywood's hottest bachelor all over her was the best medicine. Pure drama designed to hook people in.
A standard tabloid fare. What was the other side doing?
Simultaneously, Dobrev's team seems to be quietly seeding a counter-narrative. They use outlets perceived as slightly more credible, like Us Weekly or E.T.
And what are those sources saying?
They're clarifying, Nina and Zac are not dating, and here's the key phrase, and have been good friends for over a decade.
Ah, the decade-long friendship angle.
Yeah.
But wait, why let the rumor run for 2 whole weeks if they plan to deny it? Wasn't that risky? What if a genuinely awkward photo did surface?
That's the sophisticated part. It's a calculated risk. It's what we call a soft denial.
Okay.
Letting the rumor bubble generates buzz, right? Which is good for her profile, especially after a public breakup. It associates her with someone desirable like Efron. But crucially, they planted that factual counter-narrative, the just friends for ages story early on.
Like a safety net.
Exactly. A plausible explanation for why they were hanging out. They knew they could lean on that decade of friendship fact later, making the eventual denial seem much more credible. The buzz was the temporary benefit. The friendship fact was the anchor.
And they really backed up that decade-long friendship claim, didn't they? I remember reading they even found proof.
Oh yeah, the archival work was, frankly, impressive. Sources pointed out that Efron attended a Lakers game with Dobrev and her previous ex, Ian Somerhalder, way back in 2010.
10 years earlier. That's some deep digging to prove a platonic point. Kind of amazing, actually.
It shows real commitment to making that counter-narrative completely believable. So they've set the stage perfectly. The rumor's hot, but the escape hatch is built. Which leads us to October 1st, phase 4, the kill switch.
Right. The official termination. They let the speculation build and build.
To its absolute peak, just before people start to lose interest. Maximum impact for the denial.
And the way they did it, not a press release, not an Instagram post, but LAX, TMZ. Why there? Why that specific, seemingly uncontrolled environment?
That's the genius move. It's about weaponizing authenticity, or at least the appearance of it.
How so?
Well, think about it. A written statement, everyone knows that's crafted by PR. It feels sterile, easily dismissed as spin. But a grainy TMZ video, where the star looks kind of caught off guard, but relaxed, smiling, laughing it off, shrugging.
That feels more real, more spontaneous.
Exactly. Those nonverbal cues, the laugh, the grin, they project credibility. It makes the rumor seem not just untrue, but kind of silly, absurd even.
And her actual words were so minimal but effective. The reporter asks, point blank, you're just mates. And she just goes,
Yeah. Simple, direct, no hedging. Shuts it down cleanly.
Brilliant. But then she did something else, didn't she? When they asked about the breakup itself.
Ah, the pivot. That was crucial. Instead of dwelling on Shaun White or sounding heartbroken, she immediately looks forward. She gives them that perfect soundbite.
Which was?
I'm excited for the future, and the only thing that's guaranteed is change.
Boom. Strong, positive, forward-looking. It changes the whole narrative arc, doesn't it?
Completely. She goes from pity the poor heartbroken ex-fiancé to strong, optimistic woman embracing her future. She totally reclaimed control of her story with that one line, gave the media a positive headline to run with.
So, stepping back, this whole saga really shows the modern celebrity ecosystem in action. You had the fans.
Oh yeah, the shippers, the ones totally invested in the romance idea. Comments like, laughing on a yacht with Zac Efron in Italy would fix me. They provide the emotional fuel.
And then you have the other side. The cynics, the media-savvy folks who saw right through it.
Right, the ones saying, this is so obviously manufactured, or wow, the press is really trying hard to make this happen. They recognize the mechanics.
But then it got weirder. with the corporate involvement.
That was wild.
No.
The official HBO Max TikTok account posted a shipping edit using clips of Dobrev and Efron basically promoting the romance rumor themselves.
That felt
Yeah.
off, like really dystopian.
And the fans called it out. People commented it was creepy, unethical. A major studio using a potentially fake personal narrative just for engagement. It shows the audience is getting smarter, maybe faster than the brands.
Okay, so let's distill this. After watching this whole thing play out, we can basically see a 5-step blueprint for how celebrities or their teams control narratives now. Let's step 1.
Step 1, manage the initial crisis. Right after the breakup, seed those different narratives. Make sure your client comes out looking sympathetic, forward-looking. Control that first impression.
Okay. Step 2.
Allow positive speculation. Let a harmless, positive rumor bubble up. Associate your client with someone desirable, high profile, get that good buzz going, change the subject from the negative stuff.
Like the Efron connection. Got it. Step 3.
Deploy the plausible counter-narrative. While the buzz is happening, quietly plant the escape route. The factual alternative in this case, the just friends for a decade angle through credible sources, it's your safety net.
Make sense? Step 4.
Execute a controlled, authentic denial, wait for peak speculation, then shut it down decisively. Use a format that looks candid, like that TMZ ambush. Leverage body language, laughter, shrugs, make it feel real.
The LAX masterclass.
Yeah.
And finally, step 5.
Pivot to the future. End the whole cycle with a strong, positive message. Close the door on the past drama. Project resilience, optimism. Give everyone a new, empowering headline.
So at the end of the day, this was never really about whether Nina Dobrev and Zac Efron were dating, was it?
Not at all. It was about managing a public image through a tricky, vulnerable time. It was about using the very mechanisms of gossip and speculation strategically.
They didn't just weather the storm. They kind of harnessed it to make her look strong, resilient, totally in control.
Which leaves us with a big question for you, the listener, now that you've seen the playbook laid out. Think about recent celebrity headlines.
Yeah, what other moments that seem totally spontaneous, totally random, might actually have been perfectly staged?
Could they be the result of the same 5-step blueprint? Start applying that critical lens to the celebrity news you see this week. It changes how you see things, doesn't it?
You've been listening to Starscope Report, where we uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.